This book changed the direction of my life. It was the first step that I took towards starting my own online digital business. I first came across this book about a decade ago when my husband and I took a 6-hour road trip from Toronto to Montreal, and we listened to the audio version on the way. We were both trying really hard, both looking at each other, and we both just didn't get it. Fast forward 10 years, and I'm watching Oprah one day, and Eckhart Tolle is the guest, and they're reviewing the book, A New Earth. I recognized the cover, went down to my basement, went through some boxes, and I found it. And this time round, I was hooked. I had the book on repeat. By now, I was a mother of 3 children. My son at the time was 6, and my twin girls 4, and I'd been working in accounting and finance for about 20 years at that point. And my life was incredibly busy with 3 young children. I was just coming and going, and it was in this super speed, fast mode. And the only way that I knew how to keep it all together was just to be really strict with my rules and my schedules, and everything had to be done a certain way by a certain time. My kids were such troopers. I used to say, Mummy's going to count to 3 if you don't do this or stop doing that. And they didn't even used to let me get to 2. There's a chapter in the book on conscious parenting, and when I heard this chapter after becoming a parent, it brought tears to my eyes. It's the first time when I stopped to think about what kind of parent I was to my children and what kind of parent I wanted to be. I felt like I wasn't fostering this close connection, this relationship. I felt like I was fostering fear in my children. They didn't even let me get to 3. And then I looked at my own life. I felt like my own life was full of fear. I'm stuck in this rigid 9-to-5 career, and I'm just, hour commute this way and hour commute that way. And I'm just constantly, my mind is always on the go, go, go. And I never stop and relax myself, and, let alone, have that connection and experience the connection and let my children express themselves. I really started to think about my happiness and my relationship with my children. And then there was this one incident early last year when I was working as a finance controller, and my husband was going to be on training for a 2-week period, and my mother-in-law was out of town, and I needed someone to pick up the kids from school. I talked to my boss, and it didn't seem to be a problem until a month later, when it was brought up at my review, and I was kind of asked to provide reassurances that it wouldn't happen again. I was just really taken aback. What about me? What about my life? I'm not a robot. I'm a human. I have a family. I was incredibly hurt and disappointed. I went home that day and I said to my husband that I can't do this anymore. I have to find another way. On my hours commuting to and from work, I was watching some YouTube videos, and there were different ads that had popped up. I wasn't looking for a get-rich scheme. I was looking for a viable alternative to my existing career. I'm so glad I clicked on this particular opportunity. It was an ad similar to this one. It's almost been a year, and I get to work from home. I'm home when my kids come home from school. I feel as if I have completely changed the direction in which my relationship with my children was heading. Just click on one of the links on this video ad and provide your email address, and I will send you the very same video series that I saw. And my mentors, Stuart and Jay, will show you exactly what opportunities exist online, and you'll get to see that the internet doesn't care how old you are. It doesn't care what educational background you have. You'll see that this digital industry is relatively new, and it's really changed up everything as we know it. There's an incredible amount of opportunity online right now. If after having watched the video series you feel as if this is not for you, then that's totally fine. But I do hope that you give yourself the opportunity to learn, to see what's possible. You don't have to stay stuck in this 9-to-5 rut and deal with these long commutes to and from your job. There is another way, and I do hope to see you on the other side. Bye for now.